So hello, welcome to our channel, GM Simple Life. Anyway, our channel is a mix, so because we share about how to do a natural way or an organic, how to raise us chickens, and also how to do an organic stuff. So and also we share about how to store food and also how to prepare for the emergencies, and also we share about the cooking. Even I'm not really a good cook, but we still share about those food. But I just trying to cook an American food and also an Filipino food. And then also guys, we shared about our fun, especially for our something like a vacation, or like and having fun somewhere for especially like the last summer. So for now, we're going to share about how we treat or raise a chicken. So why we still have an eggs produce, supply even in summer time. A winter time. So the one's secret for me why we still have egg supply. First, our chickens is not like a one group. We have 4 groups of chicken. Means our chickens is not the same age. Means our chicken, I grew a chicken not the same time. First that's first and the second groups is that's from last year. And there is last year like around June, and then we got the other girls around I don't know when, but the third girls started having an eggs around December or January, something like that. And then this year we get an 5 girls, and they started have an eggs for 2 weeks ago. So that's how we still have an eggs even in the winter time. Why I just want to do like that? Okay. For example, the first group and second groups, first and the second groups, just molting, guys, because chicken can't have eggs for whole year, 7 days a week and 365 a days in a year. So no, they don't. Chicken can't produce an eggs for that long. So in everywhere chicken there is called molting. So when the time is molting, it takes 2 to 3 months. So that's a long time if you don't have a backup chicken. So it's better you have a backup groups of chickens. And so just trying to estimate it when your chicken, because after, as I know guys, after 8 to 10 months the chicken started to molting. So that's the because the chicken can produce how many months, and then after 8 to 10 months the chicken started to molting, and especially in the coming like a winter time or a cold time, so that's how the chicken to molting, because they wanted to recover and reserve proteins and their nutrients in their body. So because when the chicken started to have an eggs, guys, it needs really good, or it needs to be healthy. So that's how they can produce an egg. So if your chicken is not healthy, it's really hard to produce eggs, especially if your chicken don't live, if your chicken, they don't have a good house, and then the house is not really warm, it's like frozen all the time, so your chicken could not have an eggs. So because cold, it needs you need to have enough source of protein and nutrients. So okay, so back to the chicken. And also guys, in every winter time we give them a water. Don't forget, we give them a warm water, because the water in outside most is frozen. So we give them from our sink, and then we have a hot and cold, so give them a warm water, not the boiled water. Because if you can give them a boiled water or totally super warm water, chickens could not drink of that, or maybe they will get a traumatic. They for the next time, if they will feel that your water is a little warm, maybe they don't want to drink of that, because it's especially if the first time that you get the water is like a warm water, and then they were burning their tongue, so of course the chicken just get a trauma. So that's why make sure that your water is enough warm to drink. Okay, it's not like a coffee for human, because human guys can drink more little more warm or hot compared for the chicken. Okay, so and then also for example, especially if you live by the United or part of United States, it's really hard to have a grass or vegetables outside. So it's the very important the house of your chicken just warm at the night time. It's okay, you can put your chicken outside or in the snow, just leave them around, or outside of the chicken coop. If your chicken coop has an like a little door or access, the chicken can get inside and outside, it's okay. But at the night time, make sure that the chicken coop is a little warm, it's not a frozen area. So for example, it's okay until like 35 degrees Fahrenheit, or it's better like 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Anyway, our chicken coop sometimes we down to the 30 degrees Fahrenheit, but we still give them a warm water. And then the other secret what we're doing also is we give them a leftover vegetables, if you because especially in the winter time, guys, it's really hard to find like a grass, and especially if the ground is full of snow. So you could not chicken, they don't like to go outside for that kind of weather. So we give them a chop of vegetables, any kind of vegetables, as long they don't have any bad like a stick in there. And just one of the big reminder, don't give your chicken a dead kind of grass, because it's not really good for them. And also don't give a kind of danger, like a kind of bones. You can give them a big bones. It's just like a bones that you're giving to the dogs for playing, but anyway, it's not really helpful. It's not really a good. It's better if you have a leftover like a meat, you can chop and them, or like a make like a ground meat or ground beef or ground meat or something like that, and then you can mix with their if you have an extra eggs, you can make a scrambled eggs with eggshells, and you can put like what you're doing. Let's watch of this. Our scrambled eggs with eggshells, and this is for our chickens. I mix with onion powder and also garlic powder, and I put a little bit of ginger. So if you don't have any garlic or onions powder, you can put you can chop with garlic and onion, even not a powder, it's okay. So the very important, you wash the eggshells very well, of course, and I put a little bit of oil in the cooking pan, so our eggs is not stick in the cooking pan. And then also I just cook like this, like a scrambled egg, so it's easy to it's easy for the chickens to eat of this. So this is one of the secret how our chicken just stop producing eggs even in the winter time. And then we give a warm water every day. So even you can give them a little bit as long as warm water every day, or every other day. So that's how our chicken just produce eggs even in the winter time. Some chickens, some other people here, they're little sad because their chicken, they don't have an eggs, and some other chickens is molting, something like that. But our chicken, guys, except for the chickens just molting, they don't have really eggs, but after like 1 month or 2 months, they started produce again. So the very important is just feed your chicken with a healthy food. So this is our scrambled egg with eggshells and a ginger, garlic, and an onion. So I add a little bit of oregano also, because oregano is good for the chicken. So because in the winter time, it's supposed the chicken, guys, to have good nutrients and proteins. So that's why we need to feed, if we have a leftover like any kind of vegetable, we're gonna chop that and then put in a container. So that's how we treat for our chicken. So this looks like now, and I'm gonna bring this to the chicken coop, and because I need to go in there and bring a water and also just get an egg. So that's how we treat or we feed, for our chickens to have enough source of a protein and nutrients. Anyway, it's not really not a lot of people just doing this way. I just learned this from based on my search, and then I have my experience, because like in every week, guys, I just try to carry the chickens to weigh of them, if they're losing weight or not. So because I just make sure that the chickens is healthy, especially if you keep them their chicken coop or in their chicken house. So that's make sure that you need to monitor your chicken. So some other people didn't care about that, but this is my way. So anyway, I'm going to giving also the kind of vegetables that's good to to feed to them. The one thing I can I can share about radishes. Okay, any kind of radishes, guys. It's better you can plant it like around September. Radishes, so they are like around August, and then it will be at the around October or November, so your radishes is more bigger, especially like a daikon radishes. So this is looks like of the daikon radishes. So or any radishes, guys, it's okay. So but it's better the big kind of radishes, and then you can plant that around September or August, and then at the like after 2 months or 3 months, so you have like a kind of a vegetable supply for your chicken, because radishes is good for your chicken. So and then also, guys, the secret one, don't harvest your radishes, just cover in the ground only, because radishes is really good, especially in the cold time, but not in the bad frozen. But you can cover only, so until December and January you still have a supply of radishes if you can plant a lot of radish. So if you don't know about radishes, so radishes is a lot of benefits, especially for the humans or for the animals, especially for the chickens. If you have a lot of radishes, it's not only a source of any kind, vitamins or proteins or nutrients, but it's also a source of food, especially for the chicken. So like what we did, guys, we planted around by the September, so until now we still have radishes in the yard. So but anyway, we covered that because it's already snowing. It's a lot of snow in the yard, yes, the last time there is like a 3 inches of snow, and it's not really good for the radishes if you don't cover it, covered of them. So that's why we covered only there. But it's better you're gonna leave that in the ground than you harvest, because if you can harvest and put inside the house, and then if your house is like a warm, so it will be bad. So if you don't know about the benefits of radishes, I'm gonna give you, or I'm gonna share about a little bit of information, guys. So radishes, it's a high of nutrients. Especially the red radishes are packed with the vitamins E, A, C, B, 6, and K. So plus it's high and on antioxidants, fiber, zinc, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, copper, calcium, iron, and manganese. So and each of these is known to keep our body in good working conditions. So it's really good for the humans also. So it's good to make with a salad. You can what you call pickles, or like fermented radishes, or either you can make that like kimchi, or you can make radishes any kind of you can find any recipes for the radishes also, or you can bake of them. But if you wanted to feed this on the chicken, just one of reminder, don't give the one piece of radishes, so make just shredded of this. You need to shred it, so it's easy for the chickens to eat of that. So that's what the benefit, the radishes, how you can feed to the chickens. So as I say, the radishes is a lot of vitamins. So it's chock full of vitamin A, say E, B6, potassium, and other minerals. So radishes can give your whole body an immunity boost. So it's really good for the people also. So because the radishes is high in antioxidants and anthocyanins, which means that's quite good for your heart as well. So yeah. So that's why if you can eat, because the radishes there is a kind of a smell that if you don't like a vegetable, I don't know if you can eat the radishes. So and then for the chicken, it's really good for the chicken also. So that's why. So if you wanted to have a chicken, a good supply of eggs, and it's not only if you wanted the chicken to have a like a healthy chickens. So it will be helpful them because they will give more vitamins. It's a good source for vitamins, the radishes. It's not only for helping to for food, but it's also for a good source of any kind of vitamins and nutrients. So why we need to feed eggs with the eggshells? So what is the purpose for that? Anyway guys, eggs is high protein. So because if you want to have healthy eggs, so you need to feed them with a calcium also and a potassium. So that's why we need to give an eggshells. So but this is one you need to remember guys. Don't feed directly the eggs because you don't want to teach your chickens to eat their own eggs. So that's why we need to cook and we need to mix any spices or any vegetables, so they will be little high that you don't want them to learn to eating their own eggs, because so that's why we need to cook and we need to mostly guys, it's better you need to cook scramble and then you can mix with other leaves, so it will be just hide by the so the chicken can't notice that that's an eggs. So eggs is high quality of protein, essentials, vitamins and minerals, and it's very affordable. So means an affordable, so you can find it everywhere, and you can buy broken eggs as long not damaged eggs. Because there is a damage called like a smell like a dead animals or something, a dead things and like that. So you can't feed that kind of eggs. So just only broken or maybe the broken eggshells you can buy in the store, or there is or your neighbor, or example if you have a chickens and they're producing an eggs, of course if there is a person just buying eggs to you, you need to select the good quality. I mean not only the good quality, it's not only the good quality of egg yolks or the eggs, but it's also good look, the eggshells, because it's not all the eggs guys has a good look. Sometimes there is the form is like something different look instead of it's not really form of eggs, something like that. So that's why I can call that like what's called I give that to the chicken guys, or some of them I put to the plants. I'm not giving that to the customers or the people that will buy an eggs to you. So that's why we're feeding an egg, so they can have a high protein. And also if you have a leftover like a meat, any kind of meat, as long it's not a really bad meat, it's okay, like an old meat, as long they don't have a really bad smell, because that's not good for the chicken. Because eggs guys is really nice also to feed your especially if in the winter time, because the chicken needs a source of good vitamins, proteins, calcium, and also like nutrients. So that's why so if you wanted them to produce an eggs in the winter time, especially after the molting, because eggs with high vitamin A, and there is also a vitamin B5 and vitamin 12, vitamin 2, B2, and there is a phosphorus, selenium, and eggs is also contains decent amounts of vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K, and vitamin 6, and it's a good source of calcium. So that's why we need to feed that to our chickens. If you have an extra, or like what's called eggs that we can't give to our customers, if you are selling eggs, or if you have an extra egg, something like that. So that's why we feed eggs for our chickens. So anyway, I'm going to end of this. If you are watching for this video, hopefully you get an idea, and a big reminder, or just remember guys, don't forget to keep your chickens in the warm area, especially at the night time, and also just give a water or warm water, and even not every day, but maybe in every other day. And also just also guys, just always just check the area you're supposed to have your chicken just feel comfortable, especially the eggs container, because our chickens just know or just just know or just learn how to use their eggs container, so they don't putting the eggs in the floor because they have our own chicken coop. So that's why. And if you saw my previous video why I track or just like just tracking the eggs or just put a record, because I just want to know how long or how old the eggs, because we're not giving to our customers the eggs is more than 2 weeks. So because it's not really good, especially if the customer is just keeping them, so that's it. I love to have always a fresh eggs and a healthy eggs, and you can have only a healthy eggs if you have a healthy chickens. So that's it. So for now, I'm gonna end of this video, and hopefully you guys you you get an idea, especially if you're growing chicken or raising chickens, especially if your area is like there is a winter time. But if you are in the Philippines, it's more easy to raise a chicken in the Philippines because it's always summer. But the problem of the Philippines is always summer. In the summertime, the chicken is there is a cold dehydrated, so that's why we always need to put a water, because especially example guys, for example, the chicken is always is only in out, just because there is an owner of chicken in the Philippines just allowing the chickens and the like going everywhere and where they don't have any fences or they don't have any house, something like that. So the problem of that is they don't have a good source of water, because especially if there is a long summer time or season. So because there is cold summer and rain, something like that, so if you are Filipino watching all this, so you know what is the weather in the Philippines. So that's why it's in the summertime, it's better you're gonna give good decent water. You cannot put a water outside to your house or where is the chicken can have an access for your water. So that's the very important. So and also as I said, you can give them some of a meat if you have an excess or like an extra leftover or something meat that old meat or other especially in the Philippines there is it's easy to plant any kind of vegetables also. So just trying to find also because giving a chickens with a garlic, like a garlic, ginger, and also what's called onions guys, is very helpful to keep them a healthy chicken, to have a healthy chicken. So that's what we're doing. That's why there is also in the summertime here I'm giving them oregano, just I get the juice of the oregano and then I mix that to the water. So it's like because oregano is one good for the warming for the chickens also. So that's it. So anyway, thank you so much. If you have any questions, just leave comment down below. And if you're new to my channel and if you don't subscribe yet, so please click the just subscribe guys. It will be helpful to us also. And if you wanted to update it for my videos, so click the notification button, so it will be notify you if I have a new videos uploaded. But anyway, thank you so much for watching.